Hey everyone, welcome back. I'm Nettie Owens with the Sapari Group, and today I have brought to what businesses need to know right now, Brad Bergensen. So I added an extra N in there. I'm sorry, Brad. Brad Bergerson, and I'm so glad to have you here. Thank you. We're going to be talking about influencer marketing. It's a word that gets bantered around a lot these days. You might have some feelings about this topic. We'll be exploring those. But before we do that, I want to introduce you to Brad. Um, Go check out his LinkedIn profile. But what you won't find there is all the amazing stuff he's already done. He's going to be talking about being an entrepreneur, entrepreneurship, and his work with Alexander's Grace, the tech company that he's founded. But this is number 7 for you, right, Brad? Number
Yes.
7, entrepreneurial startups. Everything from solar to jewelry to life coaching and gold, and some things in between that I probably haven't mentioned because we're not allowed to know. But lots and lots of experience in the entrepreneurial space, and I'm excited to get started. Brad, welcome.
Thank you so much for having me. Welcome.
Well, let's jump in right now with you've been an entrepreneur for a while, and you've seen some things that kind of differentiate, right? The ones who succeed and the ones who don't quite make it. And from my understanding from our chat before, you've also done some research just historically, like what really helps people create the impossible.
So I think one thing that I noticed as a small business entrepreneur is 95% of businesses fail, right? In general. So you're already up against that stat that you have to, combat. But for me personally, to create something extraordinary, you have to be relentless. And so like in one word that would sum it up is you have to be relentless. You have to be able to put yourself in a position where you can create something that nobody else has done because nobody in the beginning is going to believe you. So if you're the
Mm.
first to market in something and they're going to think you're crazy, so you really have to have kind of like a, universal level of confidence because in the end, the confidence that you bring to your idea that's how you're going to get people to eventually believe in you.
So your confidence leads to their confidence and it leads to the success of what you're doing, which I agree. Mindset recently has been something that a lot of people have been talking about, a critical aspect of building a successful business. So you've endeavored into startup number 7, Alexander's Grace. Um, One sentence, what is Alexander's Grace? And then we'll talk more about what it does and why.
Yeah, Alexander's Grace, also known as AG, is a fully automated influencer marketing agency.
That's awesome, because you're talking about being first in class and first into the market, and now you have an example of that here. So um, I know we've all heard about influencer marketing, and I say that sometimes we have feelings about it because I kind of feel like it's one of those things that is like eggplant. You either love it or hate it, right? So um, tell us your perspective on influencer marketing and why it's important.
So I noticed after I had this dream about this idea, I noticed how many problems there were in the space and how little technology there was in the space. So really, it's kind of figuring out how we were able to leverage that technology to empower the average person to become an influencer. Because unless you have like 10,000 on Instagram, you're likely not to get paid anything. So we had to figure out how do we empower the average person to make money on every single action, every single post that they made regardless of whether you have 100 followers or a million followers. And so that's what we've done. We've created a technology where we have a scoring system that generates a value for you as an influencer. We're able to aggregate and pull people together in groups to get them to do things for you as a brand, whether it be to follow your social media or to promote and sell your products online.
So influencer marketing, why is it something to be paying attention to?
Well, right now, I mean, it is the fastest growing form of marketing in the world. On average, the stats show that the ROI from influencer marketing is about 6x per dollar. So, you know, for people who are unaware, everything is going digital. TV and radio advertising and billboard advertising, everything is evolving. Everything is going digital, whether we like it or not, right? Like in the
Mhm.
future, your passport's going to be an NFT, digital asset. I can promise you.
Yeah.
So we are timing wise, we're heading into the creation of the metaverse, and we're going to be really a true Web3 company,
Mhm.
to note, because a lot of people obviously are still in Web 2, but we will be, creating the infrastructure for that.
That's amazing. And I know that there are people who are kind of on the cusp of this and maybe think that influencer marketing isn't for them. Is there anybody that should or shouldn't be looking at this as a strategy?
I mean, personally, I feel that every human at some level desires to have influence, right, over other
Mhm.
humans, whether it's your children or people in life, and to inspire someone, or whether it's simply you had a really great experience and you want to share
Right.
it, right, with about a restaurant or a person. So I don't know. For me, I feel it's everybody. Now, I think what's happened is that people have not had the right opportunity, that they didn't have. It needs to be easy. It needs to be automated. It needs to be simple. And it needs to generate income. And I think that
Mhm.
how cool is it that we have a platform that, I don't know, and even kids can join.
Right. Well, that might be you and I are both parents, so that sounds like another
Yeah.
another topic to dig into. But tell me a little bit. You mentioned some of the problems with getting started as an influencer. It runs the gamut from everything that you've said, from just being a person who recommends a restaurant. You've gained influence over the market in that way, to someone who has millions of followers on YouTube and is putting out content and gaining and getting income just from that stream. So what you're saying is, everyone should be doing it, but tell me some of the pitfalls or some of the problems that are out there, and maybe what can be done about that.
I mean, the biggest pitfall for influencers is the cost that's associated
Mhm.
with building a business. The average influencer is going to spend over $1,000 a month to build an enterprise, whether it be the web store or analytics. Like, you have to pay for your data. You have to
Mhm.
pay to know what a lot of this data is on you. So all the services that are the cool services, whether it's cross-platform posting, we're offering all of it for free. So that is, essentially, like, we're investing heavy on the front end, but it's all
Mhm.
based on technology. It's all
Mhm.
scalable. It's not like we're investing, a lot of money. It's the tech that is giving all the services and weaving it all together for the influencer.
Cool. So the problems and pitfalls are getting access cross-platform. So how do you see technology playing a bigger role going forward?
I think, I mean, there's a that's kind of a that's a hard question to answer in terms of influencer marketing. I think that AG is going to pave the way to have more of a collaborative atmosphere. Like, we're a platform agnostic company, meaning
Mhm.
that we're going to attach our platform to all social media platforms. So we will be able to run campaigns on TikTok and Twitter and Discord all around. So I think really creating a culture of collaboration, amongst competition, is going to be something, more of a progressive perspective that we're trying to bring to the market. And I think technology, again, is like, it's the job of technology is to make life simpler and easier, online.
I agree, and I love the thought of collaboration. I really think that's the move that business in general is heading towards, and so to see that's foundational with what you're doing. I feel like that's been the way of influencer marketing for uh forever. For just it has grown up by creating joint venture partnerships and collaborations between similar but different kinds of services and products and things like that. So to see it kind of amplified is a good thing. So Brad, if people want to reach out to you, where should they go?
They can go to alexandersgrace.com. You can go there and find out other information. You can also sign up for the platform. Again, it's free. You get $5 to sign up, and you get $5 for every friend that you refer. It's kind of a
Hmm.
crazy win-win.
That does sound like a win-win. Excellent. Well, it's been great having you on here, Brad. For those of you who are watching and listening, be sure to subscribe so that you catch more interviews just like this. And I'd love to offer you, if you're getting started in growing your business and you'd like to know what are those systems and steps and principles that help you establish a long-term business strategy, I'd love for you to check out the guide I've put together. It's what I've found is true over many years of research across a number of different companies, how to succeed in business, the guide for high achiever business owners. And you can access it by texting FREEDOM to 411-321. Thank you again, Brad, for being here. I'm going to be checking out Alexander's Grace. I hope I see you there. Take care, everyone.
Take care.